Hey, it's me, Banjo-Kazooie, and welcome back to my Let's Play. As you can see right there, there's this jiggy piece that I'm starting to get from the last stage we've been through. That's because we need to go through here first. More than enough. And on our right, you get to see Gobi's Desert. Technically not the next stage, but if you have enough G's and notes, you can make it your next stage and just skip Freeze Easy Peak altogether. Well, at least not completely. You still need it, for completionist and getting that other ability. Speaking of which, in this playthrough we won't get all 10 Jiggies, mainly because we need to get the speed boots in Gobi's Desert. But right now we're going to focus on Freeze Easy Peak right here. But before that, we need to jump through here, and that's how we get that Jiggy piece. I mean, that'd be terrible if the bars didn't go up and Banjo was stuck there forever. Definitely would have been a sad ending. But anyway, since we can't go to the right, we have to go upstairs to the left. As you can see here, there's a door over there that we have enough notes to get through, but we're not going there yet. Even though we can go through that door and put all the jiggies in for Gobi's Desert. Well, either way, you'd be only getting 9 jiggies because you won't have the other power up from the other stage. Excuse me. Got a cough going on through here. Must be something in my throat, but pretty much that's just showing off that one little button for the flight pads. We won't be able to get that until we get the speed boots, or at least get the Jiggy proper. And also we gotta activate the Quintilda search for this stage to activate the Jiggy. Oops. Forget it's made of ice. Slipping off. Nothing important back there. And somebody's been making kids cry. So they're more worried about the presents than the actual dad. But to be a little bit fair here, Barney's not exactly too worried about the kids. He does seem like it at first. Usually I try to slide down and get all the notes. Didn't work for me this time. But anyways, can't do that. Gotta go at a higher place or higher location. Sounds like saying higher place. Sounds like going to heaven or the afterlife. You know. Oops, okay. Those snowmen's going to be very annoying. But first we're going to explore a little bit. What I recommend doing is, well, getting the power up, of course. It's pretty close right there, but after you get that, destroy all the snowmen because they're going to be very annoying in this stage, in this world. But yeah, Freeze Easy Peak is one of my favorite design levels. I did not know there was a moment piece sitting right there. Maybe I got it in the past, but it's not usually a place I look over there. But anyways, we got the Beak Buster move. Well, I said get all the snowmen first, but I got a little bit distracted here. But pretty much this mission is to help these knights get across the board here. Pretty easy. Don't worry, you get multiple knights. So it says pretty much get 10 before the time limit ends. It sounds pretty easy on paper, but these guys can come up pretty fast. Oh man, no. No. It's a massacre out here. Oh no. Oh, no. Alright. No. They're dying. Okay, there we go. Now I got something going here. Alright, so this should be it. Oh, well, I didn't need him anyway. Now next you turn on the lights here. You think that'd be it? Besides, you think that'd be pretty much it there, but nope, there's one extra step. We have to fire that ornament 3 times. So, pretty much one. Doesn't matter which direction. And I haven't showed off that new ability yet, but I will. Oh, I will. But let's focus on this little jiggy first. Okay. Somehow I made that. I thought I was going to fall there. Gotta get that present. There's 3 of them hidden around the world. Usually pretty easy locations. But there's nothing really other than that. There's nothing really interesting about this Christmas tree. Besides getting the jiggy piece and the one collectible. Camera could be a bit annoying here. And my eye. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little bit distracted here. But anyways, now we just take out those snowmen. Now you can see those huge X on their hats. That's our target. And these snowmen has pretty good aim, so don't be like me and underestimate them. And of course, aiming with this can be pretty difficult, and you can get hit pretty easy there. Also, the water's pretty cold, so you get frostbite. It's kind of hard to properly aim, and even if you do make a hit, you have to hit in that exact spot, otherwise you bounce off it, so I like this power up in theory, but in this specific mission, I hate it. My advice usually would be use Kazooie as the vertical to aim, but it's not really working out for me. Dang, I'm just, oh man, I always have the rest leg when I'm recording. Otherwise, I wouldn't have this much trouble. We just got a Banjo. Dang it, and this platform always seems a bit too high. Another mumble token. Oh man, they have pretty good aim. There we go, we got one. Two, okay, we want a streak here. Oh boy. I need to get some honeycombs pretty quick. Oh boy. Camera can be pretty unforgiving at times. Especially right here. Sometimes it will turn really quickly and end up going in a different direction. But anyways, let's try this again. That's my first death in this game. Hopefully that'll be the only death. But there's one location where I think I will have at least one death in, and that's Rusty Bucket Bay. My advice is to try to get as close as possible. That way it'd be easier to hit the target. But sometimes you don't have that liberty because there's so many snowmen aiming for you. So if you take too long, you might end up getting hit. Okay. Oh, dang it. Hate it when that happens. Oh. The ice does not make things better. Oh man, my eye. But anyways, while I'm trying to deal with this, yeah, video making for me been pretty slow with less praise and reviews. I also try to think about doing a little quick podcast, like a whenever podcast, whenever I feel like talk about different topics. I have one in mind. Not sure if I'm gonna go do it. Oh, okay, we got rid of all the snowmen. And there's an extra honeycomb piece, which I get a little bit later on. I don't know why I didn't get it right now. I guess because I didn't think I would be able to make that jump. But anyways, oh wow, that almost got hit there. That changes camera angles. The camera changes really fast on that one. Dang it. But anyways, the jiggy piece is way up there on that snowman. But we're going to get that later once we actually climb the snowman. You can fly up there, it's pretty easy. but there's another way you can get up there. Well, technically it's the same way, but different pad. Now, you won't be able to get that Gruntilda Jiggy piece until after Gobi's Valley. I always question whether this is supposed to be the next official stage or Gobi's Desert. Like, in terms of getting the to the next puzzle board, it should be Freeze Easy Peak, as I demonstrated in the last part. But getting that Gruntilda Jiggy piece implies that you should have gone to Gobi's Desert first, especially when the entrance to Gobi Desert is before Freeze Easy Peak, excuse me. Ah, dang it. Getting beat up by an ice cube. Gotta call him George. You're gonna beat up a bunch of droids at the top of that snowman. Man, this is one of my favorite areas to explore. Really like how it's designed. You know, getting on that snowman on his long scarf. Jumping on that broom, which I will do in a moment. But right now there's little pieces of candies around. Like, I feel like Family Guy when James was getting orders on Reese's Pieces. But anyways, you got the ginger right there. Don't go on that sword yet, because you're gonna have to coming all the way back up there, or at least flying back up there, which would be a lot easier. Again, I don't need those golden feathers, but you know, I just like collecting every single piece. But anyways, we're gonna go up here and get down. Ooh! I thought I was going to be able to bounce off. Okay, let's get down here and try that again, because did not mean to do that. Well, didn't expect that would happen. I thought I was going to just bounce off the Ice Cube George. But anyways, we got... Oh, that was only number 2? Wow. Sorry if this part seems a bit slow, but don't worry, it gets a bit faster. But yeah, this is one of my favorite stages as a kid, and even now. It does seem a bit slow getting all the jiggy pieces, but I think it's just me making it seem like it's slow. So, I apologize if I'm not connecting as fast as I can, but we do get the next jiggy piece, and it's just in here. That one's pretty easy and straightforward. And now get to the next jiggy piece, which is, well, right over here. Yeah, pretty much most of the jiggy pieces is going to be, you know, on or around the snowman. Like either on top of this hat and this pipe. I guess technically this is not the jiggy on the snowman, but pretty much you need to be on the snowman in order to get that said. But before we go back, we need to get those presents to those kids, because Boggy's making kids cry, bro. And I also forgot, whenever you die in the stage, some of the collectibles, even in the Xbox 360 version, you have to collect again, and this is one of them. So I went back to the Christmas tree one and got it right there. Now, kids are not crying now, bro. Okay, halfway there, even though we can only get 9. As you know, I said it multiple times before, so I apologize if I keep on repeating myself. But anyways, back to my channel. I think about doing like a random, random whenever podcast, whenever I feel like it. Does that racist bear? It's not safe anymore. Okay, and if you go up here, we see the end of the race. But anyways, yeah, I'm still exploring a bit. But if I ever do decide on the first podcast, one of the first topics would be about Sonic and the current state of Sega and Sonic Team. Because Sonic Ultimate, even though I defended that game slightly, it's still a bad sign of how Sega is treating Sonic. And I probably won't go too deep into that in that podcast, but I still want to talk about it a bit. And the other topics will probably be the N64 games that's coming out, including this game, Banjo-Kazooie, but the original one. And maybe that Quinor rumor that, keeps on popping up here and there. Mainly because I'm a fan of Quinor. But for the most part, it's just, it's an idea. Other videos would be, a sort of a Halloween retrospective, since Sonic Unleashed would be hopefully ready by December. Maybe January at the latest. Another special retrospective in November. Hopefully I can get that out in time. And it'd be slightly different than my other retrospective. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, pretty much you gotta hit the snowman's berry button and get that. Sorry if I'm not paying too much attention to the game. But the one thing about games like this is that once you've been through everywhere, there'll be less stuff to collect. But anyways, we're gonna go way over here to get to Momo's house. Remember, the water is freezing cold. You get frostbite. And we're gonna get our next power-up. But yeah, those are like a few ideas on top of my head. Of course, the Versus video, I want to get that out. I got a few ideas, especially with the new announcement of the Nintendo 64 Online. I definitely have an idea for a video on that. But I want to get this first one out. I'm sorry if I'm taking a long time, if you're waiting for that one. Because those Versus videos does get some pretty decent views. Ooh, we get the best power up. Now sometimes you get that by random, and I got it right here. But the actual power up is the walrus. Of course, Momo has to make a joke every time we get a new power up. But yeah, the power ups in Banjo-Tooie, the transformations in Banjo-Tooie. I guess power ups not an inaccurate way to describe them, even though you don't really get anything special besides going places that regular Banjo-Kazooie wouldn't be able to go. But anyways, I do have an idea and plans for other videos. I definitely want to experiment a little bit, mainly because I don't know, it's just ideas I just have, but sometimes ideas just come and go. You know, sometimes I come with a video idea that sounds pretty great on paper, but once I think about it, you know, let some time fly by. You know, I decided not to go for it. Usually because of time and whether or not if I can do that video justice, because, you know, obviously I'm not the best content creator. So pretty much that walrus is racist and it only gives us a jiggy piece because we're a walrus. But yeah, this podcast idea sounds pretty nice on paper. But I don't know, I do want to give it a try at least. I mean, it's just something I want to try out. But anyways, go through here, get the empty honeycomb piece. 2 more, we get another health upgrade. Yeah, sorry about that. Man, it's like keep on stumbling over my own words. But yeah, we'll talk about that one item in a moment. But it needs to be regular banjo before we get to that. But right now, we need to compete in a little race. Yeah, there's really nothing special about this transformation. It's basically the same as most of the other transformation, even the alligator. But the alligator just has a actual attack. The transformation does its job for the most part. They're fine. But whenever you get like a new abilities, you probably want, something more than just exploring areas that you couldn't before. And I think Banjo-Tooie really does transformation a whole lot better. So even though I prefer Kazooie over Tooie, I have to give Tooie, some credit on the transformations. But anyways, this is one of 2 races against Boggy. First as the Walrus and next as Banjo-Kazooie himself. But in order to get to the second race, we need to get the power-ups from Gobi's Desert or Gobi's Valley. I keep calling it Gobi's Desert. I mean, my bad. But yeah, this is pretty easy on paper, but Boggy can be a little bit cheap just by pushing you over. And of course, you need to go in between the flags. Otherwise, you don't even get penalties. It just ends the race if you miss too much. And if you're way too far behind, the race just ends. I find it a lot better and quicker just to jump. You get more speed and distance. But yeah, see, Boggy can easily push you over, and you have no way of fighting back. Like, oh boy, no, 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 no. See, jumping can be pretty beneficial. So anyways, there's that Jiggy. Anyways, I just skipped over and get the ginger in that cave. Almost done with the video at least. And of course, again, in the last part, I talked about how games like this feels more like a treasure hunt rather than a collectible. Right now you can't see the ice cube because I already collected, but when I saw this, as a kid in the original Nintendo 64 version, like I was excited and trying to find a way to get that key because I want to know, what it does. Now today's games, especially with the internet involved, secrets are usually pretty easy to find, even if you're not actually looking for it. Especially if you follow like popular online people like Game Explain and others, Good Vibe Gaming. Sometimes they spoil stuff for you. I mean, they do give you a warning and they don't show too much at least. But still, I don't know. I don't remember the last time when games have secrets like this. I mean, I guess it also helps that in the original Nintendo 64 version, you can't really get them or use them. So that, that makes those items more mysterious. But before we end this part, let's open up Gobi's Valley. As you can see here, it's a lava area, full of magma or, inside a volcano. But there is no volcano area in this level, in this game. Mainly because it was originally going to be one in the first one, but they moved it to the second one in Banjo-Kazooie, known as Hellfire Peak, I believe. But anyways, this is me, Bowser, and I catch you guys later.